Hey guys, it's Kat. I know it's been a long time, but as this video goes along, you'll find out why it's been a long time. You could probably guess a little bit, maybe by the title. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to title this yet. But what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to be changing babies and talking. So, first we're going to change Katara. Yes, Katara looks crazy. You know what? I'm not sure if I did a video of her in this little dress. I made this little dress for her. I watch a lady on YouTube. Her name is Crystal. Her channel is Bag O' Day Crochet. And she does a lot of really neat tutorials for a lot of different things. So this was one of them that I made. To put Katara in on my babies. I've got another one of these made in a smaller size that if I ever get finished with it, only thing I have to do is I'm putting a trim on it. I'll show you that too. Neither Christina or Sabrina will be modeling it. Oh, where to start? I know everybody has life issues going on. I'm no stranger to that, but one of the reasons why I have been gone is we've had a lot of illness, hospitalizations, deaths, and funerals. Basically it's been going on since about March, but I had a little bit of break, but this month hit me really hard. And sorry if my voice is cracking up. I started this video earlier, and one of the things that I'll be telling at the end of this got me really upset, and I had to stop. Plus somebody came to the door, so I decided I better do the dressings first and do my other announcement later. So, Miss Katara is going to wear this nice little striped short sleeve onesie. It's a Buster Brown. Did I pay $8.99 for it? I might have, but it has pastel colors that are kind of red, white, pink, gray, light green, coral color, gray color. It's just stripes all the way down, and the legs and the sleeves and around the neck has a nice like little pink color. So I am going to put her in this. I don't know if I show this on a thing. I've bought some baby clothes and stuff, but I just haven't done hauls with them. This is another thing, the sleeper that came with it, and it has little zebras all over it that has the same striping that the onesie does. So let's get her in this. Let me get this. I'm going to kind of tell you, where's my scissors? Well, when you can't find your scissors, you use your clippers. I'm basically just going to kind of tell you what my month has been like. That's been my calendar. As you can see, it's been a busy month. But the thing that has started all this started on July 26th. We'll start there and work our way up. July 26th, I took my mom to the hospital because she was having stroke-like symptoms. So we went in and they ran all sorts of tests on her. They ended up keeping her overnight. Everything came back fine. Couldn't figure out, why she was having these symptoms. So that was good. I was getting all set to go pick her up. See, that was a Friday, so I was getting all set to pick her up on a Saturday morning when I get a phone call from my best friend that they're taking her husband to the hospital by ambulance. Now, her husband and I are friends too. In fact, he came, gosh, a little over a month ago and help me clean my room and get reorganized so I can even start doing videos and stuff again, so I could get to all my baby clothes and all of that. I probably should have found some pants for this, but I'm just gonna let her go. Honey, we have got to do something about that hair. So, the clip clock you're hearing is Daisy. She's running circles around the house. I've got all the doors open in my room. So, I headed to the hospital that Saturday morning, to the emergency room, to be with my friend. And her husband was in pretty bad shape. He had a really high fever. He was in acute renal failure. But he didn't know who we were. And that was good. A little running joke we have is that I was his sister wife. And, sorry, I kind of got her out of frame there. So, when the doctor asked him who I was, he told him that's my sister wife. So we had to explain to the doctor and the nurses why he said that. So he ended up being put in the hospital in ICU. So for the next 2 weeks, I was in ICU with my friend, with her husband. You know what? I'm just going to put the same bow back in. I know y'all are tired of seeing this, but there she is with her little bow and her cool little stripy outfit, and still slept all the way through that. Okay, we're going to put her over to the side. Who am I going to grab next? Oh, let's see. Let's grab Cooper Boy. Cooper has been my lifesaver. For those of you who've been along with me, oh, I got to stop and say, I have got a lot more subscribers, and I want to thank you guys for subscribing. I have finally made it to the 500 point. 525 subscribers as of this morning. So I was really tickled about that. Now I lost my little outfit I was going to put him in. We'll put him in this one. Where was I? Oh yeah, we were in ICU. We had to explain the sister wives. So we were there. And they ended up having to put him on a respirator because he was very agitated. They had trouble getting the fever down and his kidneys working. But they did, after a few days they did that, but they had to sedate him and intubate him so they could do CT scan to see what was going on. So the CT scan came back that he had had a major stroke in the front left thing of his brain. And so they started weaning him off, or trying to wean him off the respirator. You know, well, let me rephrase that. They were trying to get him loosening up the medications that kept him sedated so they could see how responsive he was going to be. They couldn't do that because every time they did, he got too agitated and was trying to pull the cord out. But eventually, we got to the point where his kidneys were functioning really good. Everything was okay except getting him off this medicine. Well, I'm going to make a long story short here. He never came off the respirator to recover. After 2 weeks of this, he died. So, yeah. So, I was been helping my friend make all the arrangements and everything. And he was cremated. His funeral is this week. I know it was a long time, but his family had some other plans that they could have stopped him, they could have canceled him, but my friend told him no. So we're having his memorial service tomorrow, in fact. So we'll stop my little story here for just a second to show you what Cooper has on. He's got on a little short sleeve little onesie. It's gray stripe, if I can get him snapped here. And on it says, "Wild About Mommy." And let me tell you, Mommy's been wild about him this month. Whew. He has been a lifesaver to me. So, what happened next this month? Oh boy, let's see. I got my calendar here so I can kind of remember things in order. Okay, Bill died on the 10th. I had a pretty, except being with my friend. Wait a minute, I forgot something. Well, somewhere in here that I have forgotten to write down, my mom has been in the hospital again with stroke-like symptoms. So they ended up keeping her 2 nights, I think. Yeah. And again, couldn't find anything wrong. So the only thing they kind of found was her carotid arteries were about 70%, but usually, they worry about them till they're about 80 or 90%. There's Mama's boy, right here. And he's sweet. And he's a perfectly weighted baby for me. Who wants to go next? Oh, we'll do Miss Sabrina here. There's Sabrina. I'm not quite sure what I'm going to put her in yet, but I'll find something over here. I grabbed a bunch of clothes. So, sorry, I'm anyway, they schedule Mom. I'm going to kind of do things out of order here a little bit. I'm going to stick with Mom for a moment. So they end up deciding that she's going to have her carotid arteries taken care of. So they're doing the left side first. And they had to do it the old-fashioned way. The old-fashioned way is where they cut the neck, go in, scoop everything out, and put a patch on it. And the patch is some sort part of a cow, and it makes the artery bigger. So that's what we did. That was last week, I think. Let me look at my thing. Okay, no. Mom's surgery is a week ago today. Oh, okay. Makes sense. So, Mom had her surgery. Everything did go pretty good, except they were really having trouble kind of controlling, getting the bleeding to stop. Or, it was draining a lot. So she ended up having to stay an extra day in the hospital. So while she was in there, the next day of her surgery, which was a week ago tomorrow, my aunt died. During all this time, at some point, she had had a massive stroke too. And they didn't do any life support on her. Would have been 92 this year. So, that was a little rough. So, let's see. Let's just go to this week. Monday, Oh, and all this time I've been scheduling doctor's appointments and taking Mom to places, and I have not had a day where I can just sit and rest. Not one. Because, you know, I went to the funeral home, I helped plan my friend's husband's funeral. Okay, let's see what Sabrina has on here, which is a little too big for her. She's like very small, newborn, big preemie. So here she is. She has on a navy blue kind of 3/4 sleeve shirt that says one of a kind, and in it in sparklies is a pink unicorn head and mane. And then the pants are pink with little sparkly stars all over them. Yes, I am having trouble talking. I don't know if this has been from all the stress or if something's going on, but I go to the doctor Friday. Anyway, back to this week. Yeah. So, we buried my aunt Monday. Raining. It was just a graveside service here. She lived down in Nashville, Tennessee, and they did have a service for her on that Saturday. And yes, it was all kind of quick. You know what? I've never kind of had her hair up like this that I can remember. I think I'm just going to leave it. I think it looks cute. So here's Sabrina. Okay. How many more babies do I have for my story? Let's bring Travis in. Y'all have not seen Travis in a long, long time. We're going to take Travis out of his thing. I guess I have to get rid of this now since Luck deserted the Colts. I won't go into that. Anyway, see, that was Monday. Yesterday, I was with my brother all day because he had to have a colonoscopy, so I had to take care of that. Today, I am getting a massage. I don't have anything else planned today except for my massage. Or at least that's what I thought. I tried to make this video earlier and had to stop because, well, you know, Daisy was barking and somebody's at the door. And it was the occupational therapist, which I had talked to and thought she was coming tomorrow, not today. She couldn't remember if she had said Wednesday or Thursday. So we got that all straightened out. My mom's not here today. Her friend came and got her, and they went out to eat breakfast, and I don't know what else they're going to do. So, oh, Travis. I am going to put Travis, let's see, in this one. Because this one is sort of a theme Thursday for this week. Even though I haven't been keeping up on the theme Thursdays. And I don't know if any of what I've done counts as a theme Thursday. One of these days I'm going to go back and you know, kind of catch up on a couple of them. I hope this doesn't click off, but my phone just came up and said low battery. So let me see. There, got the charger plugged in. I guess I forgot to put it on the charger last night. Not surprising. Okay. Yes, I'm going to put him in a long sleeve shirt. When I was looking for clothes today, I realized everything was long sleeve, everything is winter, and I realized I didn't switch out my clothes, my winter and summer clothes. Since August is almost over, I'm not going to do that. If I need some short sleeve things, I'll just go out to the garage where I have them stored in nice storage containers and bring them in that way. So, get to the part that's hard. Man, this has been a long video for me. But during all of this, Oh, this is going to be a little bit harder than I thought. I had to have Phoenix died. It'll be 2 weeks this Friday. I had him for 15 years. We all know he loved my babies. He come into many of my videos. And even off screen, he always tried to get him to pet him. Let me tell you what Travis has on. Travis has on a nice little kind of bright yellow long sleeve onesie that has the face of a lion on it. And yeah, his cough and stuff is going to show. I really don't care. Oh, I probably should have got him a 0 to 3 months. This is a newborn size. But now his hair is just really curly. I mean, I know I've wetted it, maybe just fluff them up, but he doesn't really need much to do with his hair. Anyway, Phoenix had been getting sick, and I had taken him to the vet, and he was dehydrated. So they gave him some IV fluids, and he was doing okay. Turned out he was like severely constipated. Sorry about that. It was either blow my nose a little bit or be drippy. Okay, here's Miss Christina. Oh, let me move some of these babies over here so I can put her in here. What did I have pulled for her? Aha. So we got him all kind of fixed up, and I don't know which of these two I want to put on her. Oh, wait, there's 3 here now. You know what? I think I know which one I'm going to go with. Anyway, we had him, you know, all fixed up. And then I noticed Daisy Mae, the dog, has this huge lump on her back. I had noticed it, and kept kind of getting bigger. But with everything else that was going on, I had to kind of put it aside. So finally I had a break where I could take Daisy, and meanwhile Phoenix started throwing up again, and I was afraid he was dehydrating, and they were going to teach me how to give him IV fluids. So off to the vet I went with the dog and the cat, talking about a ride. Phoenix hollering at the top of his lung because he doesn't like the car ride. And I keep my hand inside his kid on my fingers. And that Daisy in the back seat going from one side to the other, but that's normal for her because she likes to see out the window and everything, see what she's going to bark at. So you should see me trying to get these two inside. I took Phoenix in first because he was in his kennel and put him down. Then I got Daisy out and I had to let her go sniff and potty, and she likes to pull a lot on the leash. So I get her in, and they get us in a room, and who did they take care of first? Phoenix. They took care of Phoenix first. And you know, doctor said, you know, let's just get an x-ray, see what's going on, see if it's more than just constipation. And we had talked about that, you know, the first time I took him in. So they, you know, did the x-ray and everything. So then, while they were waiting for all that to be taken care of, we looked at Daisy, and he took a needle and took some of the stuff out of the bump. Now, the bump feels like a bone to me. it's hard as can be. But clear liquid came out, and the doc, put it on a slide and everything. I said, well, if it's clear liquid, does that mean it's good? It's not like a lipoma or, a cyst or something like that. I watched Dr. Pimple Popper. And he's like, no, it's nothing like that. He said, it's chunky. Okay, it's chunky. So he takes that, goes in the slide to look at it. Comes back, he can't really determine what it is and wants to send it off to pathology. That's fine with me. Okay, Miss Christina is in a pale blue short sleeve onesie that has little dachshund dogs all over it in white. They're all out white outlined in black. So we said that's okay. So he went out and he came back and he said, come with me, I want to show you Phoenix's x-ray. I knew then it wasn't good. So Phoenix had about 4 or 5 spots on his liver. So I kind of knew at that time that even though he was still very alert, eating, drinking, all that, it was going to continue to get worse. And I couldn't see him suffer. So I let him go. I have one more funeral to get through this week. And I'll do it. I'll make it. I always do. So, this has been my babies. I hope it's not so long next time. You really can't see them that way. But you know what? This video is almost 30 minutes. I know it's going to take a long time to load up. I'm sorry for getting emotional. But this is Kat signing off. Meow. Meow.